Good morning. Thank you for coming to one of our summer services. I'm Diana Wilson. I am the lay leader of this service, and Pat Neves is my wonderful assistant. So I really appreciate you coming. I have a plaque up in my kitchen, and it says a quote from Betty Smith, and it says, "Look at everything as though you were seeing it for the first time or the last time. Then your time on earth will be filled with glory." And this is by Betty Smith, and she's the author of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. That's something I just learned this week. Again, thank you for coming.
Good morning. Is this one on? Yes. Thank you very much. I realized a couple of days ago, the first glitch for me was that I proposed singing the black spiritual Rock My Soul. And I knew that there were many versions, but I failed to pay attention to that, and I didn't bother to give the lyrics to the people who put this together. So you should have two pieces of paper. The one that you need to use is the one that has Octopus's Garden on it. We can maybe do that after the service if you really want to do that. But we're going to try to sing this as a round. And you know, I'm not even going to use this guitar. Hang on one sec. So this is a three-part round, and here's how we're going to divide it out. It looks like numbers-wise, this is going to be group one. This half of this side is going to be group two, and that half, where Carl is waving, is going to be group three. Now, where is my, all right, so you're going to lead group three? Yes. And you're going to lead group two? Okay, so these are the people you need to lead right here. So, okay, I'm going to sing this through once, then we're going to sing it together, and then we're going to break it up into three parts. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham, rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham, rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Go rock my soul so high you can't get over it, so low you can't get under it, so wide you can't get round it. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, oh, rock my soul. Okay, so that's how it goes. So what we're going to do is, this group is going to start with me. Everybody else remain silent. When we get through the first verse, so when we start to sing So High, you folks are going to sing Rock My Soul at that point and sing it through. And you folks are going to wait for them, and then you are going to start third. When we get to the end, the last verse, we're going to sing 3 times. You're going to sing 2 times, and you're going to sing 1 time. So when I raise my hand, that's when we're going to go. We're going to sing this through twice. When I raise my hand, that's when we're going to end it. Is that clear to everybody? Oh boy, this is going to be fun. All right, you want to stand up and do this? If you decide that you want to put more percussion in than just the one clap, that's fine with me, but do the clap right before Rock My Soul. All right, here we go. Group one. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. Oh, high, you can't get over it, so low. You can't get under it, so wide. You can't get round it. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. So high you can't get over it, so low you can't get under it, so wide you can't get round it. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul. Oh, rock my soul. One more time. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. So high you can't get over it, so low you can't get under it, so wide you can't get round it. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul. Oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul, rock my soul. Oh, rock my soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Meeting House. All of you made it here today. Thank you. And welcome to everybody who is in Zoom. We see you. At least we see your names. And if you turn your cameras on later, maybe we'll even get to see you. My name is Pat Neves, and thanks for joining me and Diana this morning for our summer service. We try to have fun with our summer services. We try to keep things a little bit lighter. There's no rules. We do some of the things the same, and we do some of the things other ways. However your journey, whatever your heritage, and whomever you love, you are all welcome here. A very big thanks to our First Parish team with us today, including Nina Truag, who is on our sound and cameras, and our pianist, Liz Dunn Alvarez. Also, a special thanks to all of our guest musicians and storytellers that have volunteered to share their gifts of songs and stories with us today, including Charlie Franich and Claudia Wellington, Amy Cavadlo, Julie Baker, Carl Pastori, Andy Pinkham, and Ann Hunt, my friend from Milton Church of Our Savior here in town. This time is made holy and joyful by your presence. And while we greet and toss a few beach balls with one another from our seats, and you don't have to if you don't want to, Please take a second to remember to silence your phones. And if you're on Zoom, if you want to open up your cameras and wave so that we can see you and guys can see each other, we encourage you to turn on the cameras and turn off your phones. All right. And you can wave and talk to each other right from your poos with the beach balls. Go for it now.
Who's ready? You ready, guys? You guys can stand up and say hi. Good morning. Hey, everybody, come and say hello. If you guys can come up and closer, the better. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Morning, Jim. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you.
Good morning,
And you.
Jen.
Hello, how are you doing?
That's just fine. Nice to be seen. We're up in New Hampshire.
That's great. Hi.
Good morning.
All right, thank you. Each Sunday, we light the chalice as a reminder that even in an increasingly unpredictable and sometimes dangerous world, the flame of our faith continues to shine, a corner of warmth and awareness where we can find comfort, support, and connection to one another. Please join us in the call to worship. Come, it's on your fan. Come, let us gather. We gather to celebrate the sacred within and among us. We come to spiritual growth and understanding. We strive to practice acceptance, forgiveness, and love. Together, we work to build a world with justice and compassion. Come, let us gather together. Thank you, Lori Azaleas, our friend here, who helped light the chalice.
Our theme today, as you know, is play and pray with music. When my son was about 6 years old, I took a class that was a one-on-one class, and it was about wholeness as a mother. And we talked about nutrition. I met with a nutritionist, and we talked about all kinds of things. And at the beginning of the class, she had me sign this contract, which I think is very interesting. It says, "Dearest body of mine, after careful thought and consideration, I hereby promise to honor you as the temple of my soul, offer you healthy foods and drinks. Realize that you deserve to be healthy. Overcome the addictions that hurt you. Love and appreciate you for what you do. Accept that I have the power to heal you. Adorn you with nice, comfortable clothes and shoes. Realize that laughter, play, and rest help you feel good. Exercise regularly and appropriately for my body type. Accept you and be grateful for you just the way you are. Listen to messages you are sending me when you are hurt or sick. Understand that my unexpressed emotions and thoughts affect you." Therein lies my interest in making this play and pray for music today.
Good morning again. This is my friend Ann Hunt. I met Ann, I thought you were waving too. I met Ann in our Milton Courageous Conversation book group. And it's a group that does a lot of heavy work looking at issues of racial justice, and we often get tired. We often talk about what do we do to restore our health and have fun in doing some of the hard work that we all have to go. It's not what life gives you, it's what you do with it, right? So we were excited to find out that we both love music and we love to play, and we actually love this artist, Rhiannon Giddens, who wrote the song that we're doing today. And we said, oh yeah, Ann suggested it. She said, we need to do this song somewhere, somehow, someday. So here we are. She recently shared, this is a true story, she recently shared this book with me. It's called The People Could Fly by Virginia Hamilton. It's a lovely book, especially if you have children and young people in your lives. It's a book of American Black folktales that's compiled by the author. And she writes that these tales were created out of sorrow, but the hearts and minds of Black people who formed them, expanded them, and passed them on to us were full of love and hope. And that these tales are part of our American tradition and part of the history of our country. So one of the most popular tales in the book it's called We Could Fly, and it's about persons from Africa being able to fly before being brought to America against their will as slaves. Because of the long voyage and the harsh conditions that they were exposed to, they had to leave their wings behind, and over time, they lost their ability to fly. A few, however, and I won't cry, but a few, however, still remembered the magical words that could help them fly to freedom, even without their wings. And as I was reading the book this weekend, because I have to give the book back to Ann, I was dumbfounded that I recognized in these tales, I recognized some of the characters. I even understood some of the magical words. I recognized them from stories that my mother and my family, my Cape Verdean family, had shared with me as a young child in our Creole language, since that's all we all spoke. And I never put the two and two together because I didn't really know where these tales came from, but I loved them. Many of these folk tales first came to America with enslaved persons and later with Cape Verdean whalers like my great-grandfather, Palai, who was a harpoonist, and other descendants of enslaved ancestors that had been left in Cape Verde when slavery ended. So this song, We Could Fly, is about an enslaved mother sharing with her young daughter the tale of her own grandmother who could fly. Mama, dear mama, look in yonder tree. See that pretty little sparrow looking back at me. She can soar above the clouds, way up in the sky. She can fly away from here. Oh, why can't I? Daughter, dear daughter, I'll tell you something true. Remember Gran Eliza? Well, every night she flew. They tried to keep her down, but there was nothing they could do. She could fly, she could fly.
She could slip the bonds of earth and rise so high. She could fly across the river, the spirit in her hand, searching, always searching for the promised land. Mama, dear mama, mama, tell me more. I feel a trembling in my arms I never felt before. Daughter, dear daughter, listen what I say. Your granny always told me you'd feel that way one day. 'Cause every time she looked at you, she saw the old time way. We could fly, we could fly. We could split the bonds of earth and rise so high. We could fly across the mountains, together in hand, searching, always searching for the promised land. Mama, dear mama, come and stand by me. I feel a trembling in my feet, a longing to be free. My heart it is a shaking with an old song. I hear the voices calling, it's time for moving on. She took her mama by the hand, they rose up in the air. They held each other tight and then they flew away from there. They held each other tight and then they flew away from there. They could fly, they could fly. They could split the bonds of earth and rise so high. They could fly across the oceans, together hand in hand, searching, always searching for the promised land. Searching, always searching for the promised land.
If you could just let the cares of the day flow away and just focus your mind on any mantra you prefer. And Liz is going to play some nice, wonderful instrumental music for a moment of stillness. I'm sure you recognize that tune. That was Kumbaya. And I just looked up some information about that this week. It's the spiritual pleas for divine intervention and for God to come by here and help a people in great need. It's referencing an area historically connected to the enslavement and oppression of African Americans. Thank you.
One day in late summer 2020, I went bike riding with a friend. It had been a summer like no other. I bet you too remember those images, day after day, of people lying in hospital beds on ventilators, the healthcare workers in full PPE, the daily death toll count. It felt endless, hopeless. This was before the vaccines. It was a time when the mere act of taking a walk or sitting on someone's porch felt like a gift beyond measure. Being with my friend that day reminded me of a very important moment she had been with me for years before. It happens that during that summer, I was reading a wonderful book called One Long River of Song by the late teacher and writer Brian Doyle, a collection of his prose poems, essays, and anecdotes, many of which were like spiritual reveries written in intoxicating stream of consciousness. So, under the influence of this, after my friend left, this prose poem spilled out of me. Not too joyful, but without grief, there wouldn't also be joy. So, on the day my mother died, and related thoughts. I love run-on sentences because they are so much more like the mind than the perfectly punctuated written word. Take this one. When the call came, it was oddly anticlimactic, but then again, I had been waiting for it for years, and the words, "Mommy died," have been spoken by millions of siblings, 2 million of siblings, in hundreds of languages going back to time immemorial, so that it was nothing special, yet still shocking nevertheless. What better person to have been with than my surrogate sister, who happened to skip church with me that cold Sunday morning after New Year's, in and of itself unusual for us years ago. We pulled up to the cafe in JP when my cell phone rang, and she said we might as well stick with the plan. So over the omelets, we talked about my mother and how this day had finally come, in a manner so matter-of-fact that anyone would have thought I was cold-hearted, though everyone who knows me knows I am the biggest crier ever. But then again, she, my surrogate sister, was so comfortable with death, which I had witnessed firsthand when I happened to be with her at a hospice when her aunt died, and she went over to the body and took off the jewelry as if it was the most ordinary act in the world. My real sister wouldn't even say hello to me at the funeral. And then there was the matter of laughing hysterically when the rabbi asked me if I wanted a yahrzeit candle, and I said no. And then I said, "Oh, okay, I'll take the candle." Alexa and I still laugh about that to this day. So now, years later, in this time of COVID, with death all around every single day, assaulting death, unimaginable loss, sitting on the porch of another beloved friend, crying so hard my eyes hurt for hours about the state of the world and about that very mother who I lost so long ago, long before that day in the car on a cold January morning.
I'm Claudia Wellington, and I'm going to sing can you hear me now? I'm going to sing a song by Warren Zevon. It's a song of hope and gratitude and a little bit fresh. I had the opportunity of singing the chorus to this song at my dear friend's wedding to her high school sweetheart last summer, 51 years after they had met. And we sang this as a toast, and sort of in toasting pub style. Anyway, the way Warren Zevon does it, it's a little bit melancholy, but anyway. Please sing along with me on the choruses after I'll sing it through the first time and then sing the verses. But in between the verses, you're welcome to sing along on the chorus if you'd like. Don't let us get sick. Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, all right. Just make us be brave and make us play nice, and let us be together tonight. The sky was on fire as I walked to the mill to take up the slack in the line. I thought of my friends and the troubles they've had to keep me from thinking of mine. Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, all right. Just make us be brave and make us play nice, and let us be together tonight. The moon has a face and it smiles on the lake and causes the ripples in time. I'm lucky to be here with someone I like, who maketh my spirit shine. Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, all right. Just make us be brave and make us play nice, and let us be together tonight. Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, all right. Just make us be brave and make us play nice, and let us be together tonight.
I'm 4 years old. I don't know how to tell time exactly, but I know what it means when the big hand is on the 12 and the little hand is on the 10. It means he's going to be coming in the door. And when he comes in, I am just waiting. He takes off his jacket and he hangs it up. He doesn't just throw it on the floor like my dad does. He puts on a sweater with a zipper, and I wish I had a sweater with a zipper. And then he takes off his shoes and he takes out his sneakers and he throws them up in the air and catches them in the other hand, and he never, ever misses. It's time for Mr. Rogers. I feel really, really lonely until he walks in that door. My older brother is in first grade, and he got on the big yellow school bus and went to school. The little kids are too little to play with. I mean, they still pee in their pants and their diaper. I don't do that anymore. My mother doesn't have time for me. And when my dad comes home from his working all-night job, he wants us to be quiet. So I make sure the volume on the TV is not too high. I have a best friend. I made her a few months before when we moved there. When we moved to Firetown Road, her name is Tracy Ferresso, and we are the same. We are both 4, and we do everything together. We play under the weeping willow tree. We look at the clouds and figure out what shapes they're in. When her dad hatches chicks in the garage under the warming light, we go out there and watch them. Her parents are really, really nice, and she doesn't have any little kids around. When she announces that she's going to preschool, I figure I'm going to go to preschool too. We do everything together. But no, my mom says preschool is for kids who don't know how to read, and you know how to read. I think she's trying to say that Tracy Ferresso is dumb, but I know Tracy is not dumb. Tracy came up with the idea for us to have a yard sale. We put a table out at the road, and we didn't really have anything of value to sell, so we found things in our house, and we put those on the table. And when the stupid mailman came by and saw that we were selling our parents' things, he went in the house and he told on us. Tracy's parents just laughed and shook their head, but I had to stand in the corner, and my mother said, "Do not peel that wallpaper." But Tracy's on the big yellow school bus, and she's going to preschool, but she's going to be home at noon, so I have to keep busy. And Mr. Rogers is the answer. He is smiling, and he is laughing, and he never gets mad, and he never ever yells, and he never tells anybody he's going to bounce them off the walls. He tells us that he loves us just the way we are, and that we are special. And when I hear the sound of the trolley, I know it's going to be time for make-believe land, and I'm going to see King Friday and Lady Elaine and Daniel the tiger and Harriet the pussycat. It's wonderful. And sometimes Mr. McFeely, the speedy deliver man, comes by, and he's much nicer than our mailman. He's always kind of moving like this, and he gives Mr. Rogers packages. And Mr. Rogers opens them up and shows them to us. And sometimes that inspires him to go on a tour. And he tours a farm or a factory. And it's not boring. He asks all the good questions. And I learn about stuff. And I love it. And I feel like I am special just the way I am. I grow up. And I have my own little girl, and I can't wait until she starts watching TV and I introduce her to Mr. Rogers. But she's not really interested in Mr. Rogers. She likes cartoons, and Mr. Rogers is a real man, she says, which I guess is boring. She also doesn't have a dad like I had, so she doesn't feel the comfort that I felt. She doesn't feel that warmth and that safety. I go to work at a public television station, and I feel like I am this many degrees away from Mr. Rogers, and it's exciting. And I am working on a TV show, one of the cartoon ones, but they invite Mr. Rogers to do a voiceover and to be a character on this show. And then they invite him to come visit. And I feel like you just told me that the Rolling Stones were in my backyard. I wait outside the conference room so I can get a seat at the table. I'm on the team. Only people on the team are invited into the room. I get there right away, so I'm in the front row. And when he comes in, he looks kind of old, but he has the same nice face. And when he starts talking, he has the same nice voice. And I'm smiling. I'm kind of expressive. So when he's talking, I'm like, oh, and I'm hanging on every word he is saying. Then everybody gets in line to shake his hand and for him to sign autographs, and he stays for every single person. When I get to the front of the line, I have a plan. I'm going to tell him how important he was in 4-year-old Julie's life and how he was this safe place, and he taught me that I was special, but I don't get a chance to say any of that. He asks me my name, and I say, Julie, and he says, hi, Julie. And he takes my hand in both of his hands, and he says, I am so glad you are here today, Julie. I was kind of nervous. People don't know that I get nervous because I'm on TV, but I do, and I don't know any of you, and I want to do a good job. And when I was talking, I looked out, and you were such a good listener, and you were smiling, and I know you wanted me to do a good job. And I just want you to know that you are special, just the way you are.
That's why I love this church. We are going to do another round. We're going to do it only in 2 parts. I'm going to ask for C, a key of C on the piano, and I'm going to ask, we'll sing it through. This is something that I think learned, I think I was in 4th grade, Girl Scout. So if you weren't a Girl Scout, you might not know it, but it's been around for a long time. It's called Make New Friends. So we're going to sing it once through. It's okay, you can stand up. We're going to sing it once through, and then we are, all right, let's just sing it through so everybody can hear it. And the words are on your order of service. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. A circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Not bad, not bad. All right, so this side, we're going to start all together. This side, we're going to start, and then this side. You know what you're doing? You're going to start on, after you hear them say, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. Make new, okay? We start from the top. So, all right, we're going to give you please rise. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. Together. Circles round, it has no end. That's how I want to be your friend. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. One is silver and the other gold. That's how I want to be your friend. That's how I want to be your friend. One is silver and the other gold. Circles round and the other red. That's how I want to be your friend. That's how I want to be your friend. We give in many ways. We give our time, our talents, and our collective prayers of gratitude and concerns. Our prayers this week go out to Reverend Lisa, whose brother Mark passed away. May the love of this beloved community comfort her. And if there's anything else in your thoughts, whether internal or you want to speak them out loud, just take a second of all the joys and all the concerns. We also give of our money. So today's donation will go to support First Parish, and to give, you can simply text 617-539-7576 with the amount that you'd like to give, and you don't have to add words, you can just put in the amount. And also for persons here in the meeting house, you can also leave an offer in the collection plate that will is by the door. We'll put one by the door as you leave.
Good morning. This is a tune, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? It's an old Christian gospel-y type tune. It was adapted, I think, maybe in the 1930s by the Carter family, who's a very famous bluegrass family. It's a great song. It's, on the surface, it's really about losing one's mom and the aftermath. But it's really about resilience and redemption and everything else that's good in life. So please sing along the chorus if you feel like it. Charlie, you can come in anytime. I was standing by my window on a dark and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling, come and take my sweet loved one away. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I told that undertaker, undertaker, please drive slow. For that body you are hauling, Lord, I hate to see it go. Will that circle be unbroken by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I follow close behind her, try to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I went home, my home was empty. Now my mother, she was gone. Oh, my brothers, sisters crying, my home so sad and alone. Last time, will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
join me in the unison dedication? May these gifts be transformed into strength for this faith community, into comfort, food, and shelter for those in need. And may we be transformed by generosity.
I just want to thank people, everyone who's come. There's some people from my hood in Dorchester, which is great. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it. And Doug, you're a new face. That's great. And Lori. So thank you so much for the newbies who came out. We really appreciate it. So thanks a lot. And the Zoomies, of course. Oh, sorry, Vicky's there and everybody else who's on there. It's wonderful. Jonah, Andy, Steve, Margot, who I haven't seen in a long time. Nice to see your name. Katie, Michelle, Eric, Cynthia, guys, Aisha, who I don't know yet, Jim. Hello there, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Enjoy. And now Andy Pinkham with Rumors of Glory.
I'm sorry, can you start again? People work really hard, so we don't get the sound.
1, 2, sorry. Oh, wait. It just went red again, so we have a low battery or?
Let's try this.
Yeah. Okay, I can move. All right. So that was a practice intro. All right. Music means different things to different people. So I'm not going to tell you what this one means. You can. Above the dark town, after the sun's gone down, 2 vapor trails cross the sky, catching the day's last slow goodbye. The black skyline looks rich as velvet. Something is shining like gold, but better rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. Smiles mixed with curses. The crowd disperses. about whom no details are known. Each one alone, yet not alone. Behind the pain, fear etched on the faces, something is shining like gold, but better rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. Rumors of glory, glory. You see the extremes of what humans can be, and in that distance some tensions born, energy surging like a storm. You plunge your hand in, you draw it back, scorch. Beneath it's shining like gold, but better rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. Rumors of glory. We up for one more? Thank you.
I don't know if this one's on. Is it, Nina? Perfect. Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much. So the benediction for today, again, thank you all for coming. Thank you to Zoom. It was fabulous. And I really appreciate all the talent that has been up here today. I really love the fact that you guys came. You loved it. You worked it. Doug, I heard your voice. You got a great one. We want to come have you back and sing too. And Tom, I know you got one. And Alicia, I know you got good voices, every one of you. So thanks all for the support. Our benediction today is, before I say the benediction, actually, Pat brought Dunkin' Donuts and a few cups of coffee. You mean there's not too much left? Really? Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so I'm thinking since, we're wearing masks again and the COVID things are rising again, maybe we will move the coffee out to the vestibule. And if anybody wants to hang out for a rather informal social hour, that would be fabulous, because we have some noshes too that I brought. So I don't want to take them back home, please, really. So help me eat. So the benediction for today, may the light of each dawn, that's another thing. I can't get used to this. I'm sorry. I've talked most of the time with this thing on. Sorry. May the light of each dawn awaken wonder within you and stir new appreciation for our capacity for sacred connection. And now we would all love for you to help us sing If I Had a Hammer.
Sure, we can sing on this one.
Okay. You don't have to.
Sure we do. It's-
All right.
You guys know this one, right?
Yes, Doug. You can't hear the guitar. It's not in? It's not. The amp's not. It's not plugged in. It's not working. The amp's not working. Nina? Nina, can you help us? This is the audio guy. He owned a sound studio for 30 years, so. fire now? Perfect. Okay.
Do you have a hammer?
Yeah, anybody come with your hammer? I forgot my visual aid today, sorry. Yeah, percussion, please, whatever. Hammer. I'd hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger. I'd hammer out warning. I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Had a bell, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Got a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. The hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your participation. It was fabulous. Now please come and have some coffee and doikies, as Andy would say.